the last summer like this or opportunities like this really are only ideas and opportunities unless we're given the opportunity and the support to execute on those. And I can't say enough about the group as a whole and what a pleasure it is to work with them. And the other thing I think I just want to add about them is it's a great group of people, but they're also incredibly humble people. Our ownership group, and for that group of guys to be from Oklahoma City, to get along the way that they do, to support us as they do, there's just no egos in the group. And I think it's one of the reasons why I think it's a huge reason for the ability for us to sustain the level of performance that we've had since 2008, going into this is our 10th anniversary. The other thing I just want to add about that group of guys that we've all had the pleasure of working for is they're incredibly passionate as an ownership group about basketball in Oklahoma City. They're incredibly passionate about the Thunder. And they're incredibly passionate about Oklahoma City as a city, as a place, as a home, as a thriving community. But at the same time, they balance that with a tremendous amount of respect for our players. They respect their craftsmanship. They respect their space. They care about them as individuals. They care about their families. And they create a great environment for our players to work because they know that they have the things they need to be successful, but they also don't have a lot of distractions. And I think that takes a lot of humility for an ownership group to operate that way. With moving on obviously to the trade with respect to Carmelo, an incredible opportunity for us and a rare one to add a player like this. I think the best word to describe him is dynamic. I think offensively there's some things about him that are different and that I think could be really special with our group in particular. One, his ability to stretch the floor as a catch and shoot three-point shooter, regardless of corner or non-corner threes. He's over 40% in both of those areas over a period of time. He also shoots an extraordinarily high percentage on uncontested ones, which hopefully with the group that we have, he'll be the beneficiary of some open opportunities or more open opportunities than he's had. I also think Billy, with respect to a player like Carmelo, will be exceptional in terms of putting him in positions to experience new things, to move him around. And Billy is really excited about this opportunity because he really feels like Carmelo is somebody that is a really underrated passer. And also a guy that gets to the free throw line at a really high rate, but also, as I said before, is a guy that's an exceptional catch and shoot three-point shooter, and just gives us another opportunity, another player that we can play in different spots. And I think that's one of Billy's greatest strengths is just utilizing the flexibility of the team and thinking creatively. So we're really excited about that. The other thing I just want to add about him, and that I've admired for a very long time, is just his professionalism and the way he carries himself, and everyone in Oklahoma City will have an opportunity to meet him and get to know him. But from afar, he is he's a rather dignified guy, in my opinion, the way he conducts his business, the relationships he has around the NBA, and the respect that he garners from many different people, from owners to referees to executives and obviously players as well. He's had we all know it's been a challenging situation for him, and those types of things happen. But I thought he handled it the best way he could, and that was another reason why, in speaking to a lot of people that know him and know him well, we really felt like he would not only be a really good fit for our team, but I think he carries himself with a professionalism and a class that, as a Thunder going into our 10th year, we want that to continue to be a hallmark of our organization. So with that, I'd open it up to any questions.
Sam, you talked about on Friday how it was a risk not to take a chance to get Paul George. Do you feel that it was the same way with Carmelo?
That's a great question, Mike. I didn't think about it in those terms. With Paul George, I did. I think in this case, I think it was mostly opportunity. Obviously it doesn't come around very often that the 10-time All-Star is available, and then it's unique in the sense that he had the clause in his contract where he could choose the place to go. So I think opportunistically, the ability to make the trade, to be in the position to be on the list of teams, and then, as I said, to open the press conference, to be given the ability to be aggressive by Clay and the other members of the ownership group. I mean, that's what takes ideas or theory and turns it into actual practice. And I look at it being like opportunistic. To me, the risk, I don't see it as much of a risk because of the team that we have in place and the way he complements the team. It's just kind of where we are in terms of the life cycle of the organization. And the last thing I'd add is, we've been at this for 10 years now in Oklahoma City, and we've had it's been an up and down experience, but I think it's been an incredible ride for all of us to be on, and a lot of success that we've had, and the ability to find a way to sustain that, beyond the kind of the commonplace team cycle in today's NBA is about 3 years of high performance. And if we can capture that and elongate it even further than we have with a trade like this, I think it's a great thing for the city, a great thing for the fans, and a great thing for our players and coaches.